How to install Cali vinyl mute step flooring. Cali vinyl mute step flooring is designed to be easy to install. It's 100% waterproof, doesn't require any acclimation, and can be floated over most hard subfloors without nails or glue. There are a few pre-installation steps you'll want to check off before getting started. We recommend you order about 5% more than the square footage you want to cover. Make sure the subfloor is dry, flat, level, and clean. Planks can be laid over most concrete, wood, ceramic, or existing vinyl, but carpeting should be removed. If testing shows your subfloor has moisture issues, cover it with an appropriate moisture barrier. Also, when installing, always maintain a 1/4 inch expansion gap between walls and any fixed vertical objects like door frames, cabinets, and pipes. You'll need the following tools: a tape measure and pencil, 1/4 inch spacers, a quick or speed square, a utility knife or chop saw, a tapping block, and a hammer. If your door jambs require undercutting, you'll also require a multifunction tool with a saw blade attachment. Measure the room at a right angle to the direction of the planks. The final row should be at least 1/3 the width of a plank. This means your first row may have to be ripped lengthwise to a smaller size. Start with a cut plank at least 8 inches in length. Place the 1/4 inch spacers against the wall, and starting from the left when you're facing the wall, position the first board with the exposed lip facing you. Next, install the second plank to the right of your first by aligning the butt end with the end of your first plank at a 45-degree angle. Gently push your second piece down until the tongue and groove lock firmly together. Continue laying planks in this way until your row reaches the right side of the room. When you get to the opposite wall, you'll need to trim your plank. Place the 1/4 inch spacer against the wall and measure your cut. Mark the plank, and using a quick square and utility knife, score the plank and snap. You can also use a miter or chop saw. To install your second row, once again start at the left side of the room and connect the two planks by angling the second up slightly so that it lies lengthwise in front of your first piece. When installing the second plank in your second row, slide this plank towards the butt end seam of your starter plank until the tongue rests near the groove. Using a tapping block and hammer to gently ensure proper engagement along the length of a plank. Use a scrap of flooring at least 6 inches long as a bridge piece to hold the two planks together as you slide the butt seam ends into place, using the tapping block and hammer to gently nudge the second plank into place. Remove the bridge piece and use it to align the third plank into place. Continue in this fashion until you've finished your second row. You may use a pull bar and a hammer to engage the final plank. Continue installing rows using the bridge piece, and be sure to check for gapping along the way. Note that you might need to undercut your door jambs in 2 places. To do this, place a scrap piece of flooring next to the door jamb, and with a multifunction tool, remove just enough material to allow the flooring to pass underneath. Continue installing rows and repeat this process on the other side. Once the doorway is complete, you can use a transition piece like a T-molding in the doorway to conceal the transition. Your final row may need to be ripped lengthwise in order to fit. You can use a circular or table saw, or just score the plank lengthwise with a utility knife, and while applying uniform pressure, snap it apart. If you need to remove a plank, separate the entire row by carefully lifting it up at an angle. Then separate individual planks by laying them flat on the ground and sliding them apart. If this doesn't work, you can lift up the planks slightly when sliding them apart, but be sure not to lift more than about 5 degrees. Last, remove all spacers and replace the baseboards or add molding like 1/4 rounds to cover all expansion gaps. And that's it! Your new Cali floors are ready to enjoy. Be sure to check out our vinyl care and maintenance video next. Cali, taking flooring further.